Hello, everyone. This is Abraham. How's it going? And today we're gonna talking about the relationship of Shantae and Bolo will perfectly work out. Well, here's the thing. There's something you need to learn or know about this. Back then, I used to like ship them a lot, or I was like really crazy about it. So the thing is, I was gonna tell you this about the relationship between Shantae and Bolo. So in the beginning, in the flashback, the reason I shipped them because it's really like it looks familiar to me. But for their information, like when I heard about their relationship, I was like, oh my goodness, like what if Shantae and Bolo are the only perfect couple? It was that person from DeviantArt, like the person who ships Shantae and Bolo. So it was from DeviantArt. I forgot his name. So he just told me about their relationship and everything. So then when I have a word about everything, I was like, oh my goodness. If this person say it was true, I was like, oh my goodness, maybe they do make a great couple. I mean, it was like long time ago when I started becoming a biggest fan of Shantae. So the thing is, I want to hear learn more about them. But I was like, Shantae and Bolo are so good. When I look at every picture of Shantae and Bolo, I was like, wow, they look so amazing. It looks so everything. It looks so awesome. Don't get me wrong, but they do make a great couple. So right now, I have some conversation with my friend Johnny, who works at Way Forward Studios. He works there, but I just got his comment, but I can't show you because it's a long story. Like I don't know if I'm showing I just have it with me. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. I have it with me. I mean, so here's the thing. What he told me about their relationship. I mean, back then, I mean, Johnny's like very crazy about their relationship because they're perfect for each other. And there's one thing he has told me once, and I think he's telling me this. He told me that Shantae and Bolo are 100% the same and their version of Aladdin and Jasmine from the Disney film Aladdin. Because Shantae Bolo are look-alike. Shantae Bolo and Aladdin and Jasmine are like look-alike, like they look the same. So that means that was supposed to perfectly make sense. But he told me once there were like a lot of fans and his boss saying that Shantae Bolo are brother and sister's relationship. But he told me once that he said he made a like I think this is a misunderstanding or a mistake because he told me that Shanti Bolo are the perfect couple. I think his boss made a mistake about it because the relationship between them, like if they are like brother and sister relationship, then is there any other characters who has a crush on them? Or like, nope, not gonna happen. So right now, here's the thing: why? Because when I mean, my friend showed me my friend or and another friend from Twitter telling me that if you want to know the truth about the relationship between Shantae and Bolo, I mean, he showed me the picture. So when I look at the picture, they say, I don't know. So what? You're my friend. You're always has been. I I can count on you, right? And she's like surprised. And then my friend's telling me once, and he said, "Have you realized what he means or what he's saying?" I think Bolo is starting to like Shantae. Like she's starting like in love with her. I mean, doesn't mean that she like it that he likes her. I'm like not yet. I mean the game must go on. I was like, oh my goodness, like oh, so that's why something's really fishy about their relationship. And don't get me wrong, they do make a great couple. Yeah, because Johnny told me that the relationship between them, like that perfectly makes sense because they're so good. They're so great. I was like, it does make sense. I mean, Shantae Bolo do will end up together, so that perfectly makes sense. So here's another one on Twitter, Charmy1216, I think so, if I remember. She showed me the picture about that little girl was telling Shantae that she has a boyfriend. No, telling her about her boyfriend, Bolo. Well, she said boyfriend, but for my imagination, how come she doesn't feel like how come she doesn't feel like feel shocked or awkward or something? I was like, how come she doesn't feel anything? So when I have conversation when she showed me the video about it, it's like whoa. She said she has a boyfriend. She said her boyfriend's there, and she said that her boyfriend's in the treehouse. But who can that be? So I just like reverse everything or backward something, and then suddenly there's Bolo. Like, wait, she said her boyfriend's in the treehouse, so that would means, oh my goodness, so that's Bolo. I was like, holy meatball, is this serious? Like, oh my goodness, no wonder Johnny was right. Like, what if it is gonna happen? Oh my goodness. Does this mean it's so true? Is this what is going to happen? Oh my goodness, like oh my goodness. I hope in the next game, I hope he can finally make them together. Like I hope because don't get me wrong, Shantae do make a great couple. They're so perfect. Even though Bolo may be a nigga poop or Bolo's crazy, but I wish this dude needs to snap out of it and be with Shantae. Don't get me wrong, Shantae's way beautiful than Risky Boots. I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with him, but I don't know what's the big deal. Because Shantae is way beautiful character I ever met. But the thing is, I found the prototype. Well, I just screenshot from this video I just found. That was like the prototype of no. It used to be like like a bonus or reward ending when you complete the game. It will appear. But right now they just unused it. I was like, that's not fair. I was like, I want that picture so I can like put the wallpaper on my PlayStation 4 or 5 or Xbox One. I was like, oh my goodness, they wouldn't be doing that. I was like, that would be so perfect. And also, here's my really awesome imagination about this. So right now, I just make the future. Sorry, I just made the comic book of my version between the creator of the game and my version. But in the version, it's called Bolo Gets Taken Out. Was created by the creator of Shantae Med. So it was about when well, here's the thing. When Sky writes up asking Bolo who's taking, Shantae goes see Bolo. And then Shantae was like starting to get jealous. She's starting to get jealous, like, oh my goodness. I'm like, wait a minute, does this mean Shantae likes Bolo? Like, oh my goodness. So no wonder both of them have a crush or feelings, romantic feelings for each other. It's like, oh my goodness, like what if my friend was telling the truth? Like what if my friend thinks or possible it will make them their relationship? I was like, oh my goodness, like I mean my friend works there, but I mean this dude was like very obsession about their relationship. I mean, if he loved them, then why can't he draw them? He's like he loved to, but he's working. He can't show his boss about this couple. I was like, whatever. The point is, so yeah, I just make a picture. So in my version, sorry, I forgot. In the creator of Shantae version, Shantae was asking Bolo on a date, but he said, "Well, I'm taking risky," and she kicked him. I was like, oh my god, are you kidding me? I thought they were finally dating. So here's my version. So in my version, Shantae's asking him again that who is taken to the principal, if I spell it correctly. But Bolo said it's Shantae, it's gonna be her. And she's like, really? I was like, of course. And then he was very encouraged to see her and ask her on a date. And she say yes. And they will meet each other at the principal's. Like, yes. Man, I had glamour problem. I was like, oh my goodness, this is so awesome. This is so romance. Like, I know those two should be together. They're so perfect for each other. Now, here's my imagination. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but my imagination was if they're making a next Shantae game or when is Shantae's finally gonna grow up. So here is my version of Shantae and Bolo in 10 years. They got married, and then years later, they finally have a child named Bola. I don't know if I spelled his name right. It was created by from DeviantArt named Charmy 1216. But if you want to know who he is, I mean, he is the character. Well, they're called Fan Child. It was created by her, and she told me about him sorry, that he is the son of Shantae and Bolo. So he is half genie, half human. I mean, for example, like her mom's half genie, and that make him as half genie, and her dad, I mean, and his dad is a human. I was like, wow. But the thing is, I just made my version. I just draw what he looks like in the series version. Like, oh my goodness. I was like, this is so cool. Like, he is 100% just like their parents. Well, the reason, according to one person, they say that it was supposed to be female genies only. But according to her, she said that this kid right there should be a boy because it's 100% based on the show called Steven Universe. Because I know it sounds crazy, but Steven Universe is like the only male version in the female world. Like, this is so crazy. I was like, also that does make sense. Even though she's a big fan of Steven Universe, like also that makes sense because I mean we that means they can see the first male genie and the female worlds, like female genie worlds, like oh my goodness. I mean, don't get me wrong, that perfectly makes sense. Like, this is so cool. And one last thing, I just create my imagination about the past Shantae meet her future son, and then suddenly she meet the future Shantae. And what happened? She ended up marrying Bolo. But I hope the future Shantae persuade the past Shantae that Bolo changed and he really loved her. I mean, in the past, he's like he's out of control, like he never snap out of it. But when they're adults, like they Bolos finally snap out of it. So that's how it is, man. I'm not gonna lie, but I am so happy. I am very crazy about their relationship, and Charlie Bolo should be the right couple. So the point is, Johnny was right because according to him, he told me that Shantae and Bolo are the version of Aladdin and Jasmine from the Disney film Aladdin. I'm like, then that perfectly makes sense. So that means they will be a romantic couple. So I was like, oh, so that is true. So they were supposed to be the right couple. I'm so excited. I can't wait for next game. I think that's it, bro. That's all I got. That's what Johnny told me once, but Johnny just got me this. But he's like, we'll find out what's gonna happen about his boss, about what is his plan about next Shantae game. It's gonna be 20th anniversary of Shantae next year. But he's gonna let me know if his boss will finally make them together. Like he really begged his boss to make them together. Like, come on, please make them together. I'm so excited about their relationship. I mean, I want them start to be a relationship. So my friend's gonna let me know about this. So I hope it's gonna happen. All right, guys. I guess I'm done for a day. I mean, this is all what's going on and everything. So I hope they will be together. I hope so. Because I really want them together. I want to see them together. I hope they kiss someday. So anyway, so if you guys like it, please subscribe. And also, I will make more continue. Even though I will try my best to understand and try so hard to completely understand. I mean, I'm so terrible at it, but I gotta try. I gotta keep practicing and learning. So that's all I have. See you all later and bye.